Hey, I'm India Brown. I am from Dayton, Ohio. I'm an artist, a spoken word performer, a mother, a daughter, a sister, a friend. I do a lot of things and wear a lot of hats. The word liberation, in the most personal sense, means a letting go, a freedom. It's like floating in the ocean. Like, I don't know if you've ever done that, but it's just sort of the world being bigger than you and you being small and insignificant and yet so very just present and important enough to yourself that you can just be. You're not worried about what's below you, above you, around you. You're just there and in touch with you. My relationship with my body has been a long time in working and unlearning some really harmful things. It has been very complicated. I've just spent a lot of time listening to just from home, things that were too much. Some things were too sexual. My boobs are out. They're growing so big. Your legs are out. Oh my goodness. So always feeling like I was somehow wrong for being how my body naturally was. And then on top of that, having children talk about how big I was and, getting called names and being made to feel like I just was huge and so different from everybody. So it's taken a lot of work to get to a place where I'm just in my body and I love it no matter how other people think about it. My relationship with my body impacts how I show up in spaces because I often have and still do in some ways shrink myself and try not to take up space. Even in like places where I know I'm the expert, I don't share as much or I apologize for giving a solution or pointing out an issue. And people in the room are looking at me befuddled, like, why are you apologizing? We appreciate you calling these things out and bringing these things. And it's so ingrained in me to feel bad for taking up space or for, needing more space or whatever the case may be. So I guess I show up by not showing up in a lot of spaces and in a lot of different ways, afraid of being in the way. I combat feeling like I'm taking up space by giving myself permission. I've had a lot of women, especially who poured into me over the years, who have invited me to be in those spaces and have been thankful for me for taking up spaces and being able to see the change that I've been able to impart on other women, children, people who are supposed to be quiet and not seen has been a powerful motivator to, even when it feels uncomfortable, to push past the urge to be silent and sit in the corner and to say, hey, I'm here, and to take up space. Especially, I think becoming a mother has definitely enlarged that motive for me because I don't want my son to push that narrative on others and I don't want him to have that pushed on him. I want him to be who he is, however he is, and not have any qualms about doing that. So I talk to myself. Sometimes I script conversations. I'm just gonna be honest, not, neurotypical. And so I talk to myself and I say, somebody in that room needs to hear what you have to say. You know, you do need, that extra little belt clip on the plane because you got to be safe. I'm going to ask for what I need and I'm not going to feel ashamed about it. Hey, bring me one of those over here. And instead of apologizing, I say, oh, thank you for letting me take some time here, and learning to, recognize that, people are being given a gift in the same sense that I'm being a gift of being able to share. Also, I mean, the best part of food is the fats. So I'm the butter in the room, and what would people do without me? So I just kind of own that and I just live into it. Motherhood has kind of given me a retrospective look and a fast forward all at the same time because I lost a bunch of weight right before becoming pregnant with my son that I have now. And having that happen when I have PCOS, polycystic ovary syndrome, when I'm told that one, you might not be able to have a kid, and two, it's very difficult for you to lose weight. To lose weight and then to have a kid it was a mind fuck because it was just like, oh, I finally did it. I lost the weight. And oh my God, I'm pregnant. Oh, I've gained a lot of the weight back. Oh, how do I grieve the fact that I've lost this weight and I cannot be certain that I'll be able to lose the weight again, but also celebrate the fact that my body was able to successfully give birth to a child when I was told I couldn't. It's really taken a lot of you grieve it. You grieve it. You grieve the part that is hard and then you celebrate because it took a lot for my body to do that very hard thing. So being a mother is living in paradoxes and finding joy where you can find it because you need all the wins. And so you take them and you celebrate them. And as I think I heard someone say earlier this year, you shine your star and you show it. So that's what I do. And I think my son loving me the way he does, I think that makes a big difference. They say newborns, they love your stinky smell because that's how they know how to find what you're trying to give them as far as like breastfeeding or just comfort. And I think about that. I'm like, not, somebody liking your dirty bath water. That's cool. That's cute, right? But my son loves my stinky slip. He looking for me and like he wants to be all up in me and under me. And I just want to love myself the way he loves me. And so I just try to a little bit every day because I think that that's really important. Ah, I knew it. I knew it.
It just did it though, so that's
Oh,
right.
okay. Okay.
Okay. What inspires you to keep going?
What inspires me to keep going is a love affair with myself that started. I've been married before and I'm now divorced. And at some point, I felt like I had lost myself and I was very close to it. I could see her slipping away, what was left of her. And I was just like, no, I fought really hard for her and I love her. So I date myself in addition to being dated by others, but I still make that time for myself, right? And I'm like, man, you funny girl. I don't know what these people out here are talking about. Like, jokes 10 out of 10, right? And then I'm like, and you cute too? Like, people better watch out because I'm in here just doing these things. So I guess it motivates me because I just see the spark in myself that others see a lot more without them necessarily needing to let me know and needing to see it. I think in the media, the erasure of fat bodies is definitely very prevalent, especially even just as a mother. People talk about the snapback culture and this whole idea of getting back to where you were before you had the baby. And it's very harmful because it's tough to just live in your body when you already have your own things to deal with. But then to have to deal with living in your body and feeling like it's not enough or it's too much, it makes it very difficult to go about your day to day, to think about your purpose, your career, if you're constantly just being like, I mean, do I even want to walk into this room? Do I want to be seen? And it's really unfortunate because you think about, ancient culture, Greece, Victorian times, but even if you think about the diaspora and Africa and all these places where the body is just celebrated and glorified, we're missing out when we push people away and tell them that they're undesirable until they lose weight and they're unlovable until they lose weight because there is, I mean, well, because it's wrong and it's not true, but there is just so much that any one person has to offer that is, both because of and in spite of their body sizes or types or whatever their case may be. So I think it's really unfortunate because we miss out on a lot of amazing people because we dehumanize people so much. If you're looking to seek liberation in your body, get naked and look at your body, like actually look at it, right? I think that is the biggest thing. I remember when I first had gotten married, doing a boudoir session with this wonderful photographer who I might be talking to right now. And that was the first time I had ever done anything like that. And seeing myself in those images really just kind of woke something up in me that was like, that's what I look like? Wow. And even not too long after that, I actually had the opportunity to do some nude modeling for an art class. And seeing the curves and the folds being articulated just on pencil and paper was just really empowering. So I say, if you're looking to be liberated, get naked, look at yourself, let somebody else look at you, and make sure you enjoy what they seeing. Like, don't try to modify it for them and put on your shaped legs and all these different things. Like, I love that for people. If that's what you want, do it. But I like first look at your body and let everything hang out, let it breathe, and just admire like every curve. I think that's really the best thing.